Hey there! Have you ever caught yourself worrying about what people think of you? It happens to all of us. You're not alone. But did you know that this kind of worry can actually hold you back from living your best life? Whew! Seriously, it's more common than you might think. In fact, most people spend a lot of time and energy worrying about how they're perceived by others. But guess what? It doesn't have to be that way. If you're curious about how to break free from this cycle, stick around because in this video, you'll get 6 psychological tips to help you stop worrying about what people think of you. Ready to dive in? Let's get started. So why do we worry so much about what others think? It all comes down to a few psychological factors. First, there's the spotlight effect, which makes us believe that people notice us more than they really do. Then, there's the need for social acceptance, which is deeply rooted in our evolution. Our ancestors needed to belong to a group for survival, so it's natural to seek approval. But in today's world, this can lead to unnecessary stress and anxiety. Alright, so how to stop worrying about what people think of you? 6 psychological tips. Sounds good, right? Let's break it down. Tip number 1. Understand the spotlight effect. Yep, it's a real thing. The spotlight effect is a cognitive bias where we overestimate how much others notice and judge us. Imagine you're at a party and you spill a drink. Oops, you might think everyone saw it and is judging you. But in reality, most people are too busy thinking about themselves to notice your little mishap. This bias can make us feel like we're constantly on display, but really, everyone is more focused on their own actions and concerns. To apply this, next time you're feeling self-conscious, remind yourself that people aren't paying as much attention as you think. Focus on enjoying the moment instead of worrying about being judged. You can even practice this by intentionally doing something small and silly in public, like wearing mismatched socks, and notice how few people actually care. Tip number 2. Practice self-compassion. A little kindness goes a long way. Self-compassion is all about treating yourself with the same kindness and understanding you'd offer a friend. We're often our own harshest critics, but beating yourself up only makes things worse. When you practice self-compassion, you acknowledge your suffering and respond with kindness rather than judgment. Next time you catch yourself in a negative self-talk spiral, stop and ask, would I say this to my best friend? If not, then don't say it to yourself. Be gentle, forgiving, and remind yourself that it's okay to make mistakes. Try writing yourself a compassionate letter about a recent mistake or failure and read it when you're feeling down. This can help reinforce the habit of treating yourself with kindness. Tip number 3. Reframe negative thoughts. Time to flip the script. Our thoughts can be pretty powerful, but the good news is we can change them. Cognitive restructuring is a technique used in cognitive behavioral therapy, CBT, to identify and challenge negative thoughts. When you find yourself thinking, everyone must think I'm so awkward, challenge that thought. Ask for evidence. Chances are, there's none. Instead, replace it with something positive like, I'm doing my best and that's enough. You can also use thought-stopping techniques. Wear a rubber band on your wrist and snap it lightly when you catch yourself spiraling. It's a simple way to interrupt negative patterns. Another method is to keep a thought journal where you write down negative thoughts and then counter them with more balanced, rational ones. Tip number 4. Build self-esteem. Boost that confidence. Having a healthy sense of self-worth makes a big difference. Engage in activities that make you feel good about yourself, whether it's a hobby, sport, or learning something new. Surround yourself with positive influences, people who uplift and support you. Building self-esteem involves recognizing your strengths and achievements. And remember to celebrate your achievements, no matter how small. Each step forward builds your confidence and reduces your concern about others' opinions. You could start a daily or weekly journal where you list 3 things you did well or 3 things you like about yourself. This practice helps shift your focus to your positive qualities and accomplishments. Tip number 5. Practice mindfulness. Keep your focus here and now. Mindfulness is the practice of staying present and fully engaging with the here and now. When you're mindful, you're less likely to get caught up in worries about the past or future. Mindfulness can be cultivated through meditation, but it can also be practiced throughout the day. Try this. Spend a few minutes each day meditating or simply paying attention to your breath. When you notice your mind wandering to what others might think, gently bring it back to the present. Over time, this practice can help you stay grounded and calm. You can also practice mindful walking by paying attention to the sensations of your feet touching the ground, the sounds around you, and the feeling of the air on your skin. Tip number 6. Embrace vulnerability. Yes, really. It might sound counterintuitive, but embracing vulnerability is incredibly powerful. When you allow yourself to be vulnerable, You're being your authentic self, and that's incredibly liberating. Vulnerability is not about being weak. It's about being open and honest about your true feelings. Share your thoughts and feelings with trusted friends or family. Start small and notice how it feels to be open and real. You'll likely find that people respond with empathy and support, which can help you feel more secure in who you are. Try starting a conversation by sharing something personal, like a recent challenge you faced, and see how it deepens your connection with others. Now that we've gone through these tips, it's clear that letting go of the worry about others' opinions can lead to a more confident and fulfilling life. These psychological strategies, from understanding the spotlight effect to embracing vulnerability, are tools you can use every day. Remember, it's all about changing your mindset and practicing these techniques regularly. If you found these insights helpful, be sure to subscribe. Give this video a thumbs up and drop a comment below. What's one thing you've been anxious about in terms of what others think? Thanks for watching, and see you in the next video.